It's the day after Halloween.
It's time to do another podcast. Yay!
Horror, scary stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's us, the Horror Guys. I'm Brian.
And I'm Kevin.
And we got movies for you.
We're going to talk about 5 movies this week.
Really?
Yep.
When did we start that?
It's a trend.
2017 or something. Okay. So as always, the episode is brought to you by HorrorMonthly.com, where you can pick up all our Horror monthly magazines, as well as our other books. 2 of them we want to point out this week. The biography, Ed Gein, has been selling somewhat well this week.
We love Netflix.
There is a new Netflix about the notorious serial killer. It turns out I did a biography of him about a year ago, and people are wanting to read the real story.
It's rubbed off.
Yeah, so if you want to know about
Gein.
Ed Gein, go over to HorrorMonthly.com, click on Our Long Books tab, and pick up Ed Gein, or any of those other biographies that are there. Also, even bigger, The Horror Guy's Guide to the Horror Guy... What?
To the horror films.
That's a little wrong.
Of Christmas.
The Horror Guy's Guide to the Horror Films of Christmas is now available probably everywhere. All the big places should have it. So it's got, I think, 75 horror movies, all set on Christmas or the winter holidays, anywhere from Thanksgiving to New Year's. Mostly Christmas, though. Killer Snowmen, Evil Reindeer, Psycho Santas. Good, but still Psycho Santas.
Real elves.
Krampuses out the butt. And that's bad because they got horses.
Yeah.
And all the other killer Christmassy items is in there. So if you pick up the book now, watch 2 movies a day, you'll be caught up by Christmas. Yeah, so it's available to Amazon or wherever you want to get them. Go to HorrorMonthly.com, and there is a link right on the front page to the Horror Guy's Guide to the Horror Films of Christmas.
Who knew that Christmas was the second scariest holiday after Halloween?
You know, if you counted up the scary Halloween movies...
Probably
and
more
the scary
Christmas
movies.
Probably more Christmas ones.
It's
set
a little,
on Christmas.
Yeah, it like subverts it a little bit more, so it's more scary. Scarier,
Yeah,
yes.
it does. Uh-huh.
So anyway, that's for another month. This time around, we've got 5 movies for you. What do we have?
We have the sort of science fiction Woken from 2025, and then we get Traumatized, because it's right in the name, Traumatika, also from 2025. We got Ghost Killer, which is a Japanese movie that was new there last year, and we're just getting it this year.
It's the way it works with those.
Yeah, a lot of times. And The Conjuring, The Last Key from
Insidious.
2018.
Insidious.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. You can't tell the difference.
They run together. Yeah. Okay. Insidious, The Last Key. And then we're going to go back in time to The Demon Seed. Not The Demon Seed, just Demon Seed from 1977.
Not the bad seed with little girl. The demon seed with computer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A cautionary tale of AI.
Sort of.
And organic computers. Yeah.
All right. Where are we going to start?
Well, we should start with Woken.
All right. 2025's Woken. Directed by Friel, written by Friel and Rebecca Pollock. Stars Erin Kellyman, Maxine Peake, and Ivanno Jeremiah. Hour and a half. Trailer in the show notes. I think we went into this one blind, didn't we?
Yeah,
we did.
Yeah.
And if you get through the first little bit here and it sounds good, I'd say don't watch any trailers. I don't know what the trailers give away, but...
Blind is good.
Blind is good, yes.
Yeah. Spoiler free?
Go for it.
Anna wakes up pregnant with no memory of where she is or who the people she's with are. But everything seems so normal. What could go wrong? And she's got a husband there and an older couple that seem very nice and very normal, and they're very reassuring. And, well, things go slowly until they abruptly don't anymore, and the tension mounts. Definitely has a science fiction element with low-key simmering horror in it. And we both thought it was a winner. We liked it.
Yeah. Probably the first half hour, first 45 minutes, they're in this old farmhouse-looking thing on an island, and it's very low-tech, and you're thinking...
And it's just the
when
four
did
of them
this
on
take
the island.
place in the past? And no, it's the future, which becomes abundantly clear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, just giving you a taste, Anna runs to the cliff and looks down in a panic. She jumps, and credits roll. Later, She wakes up in a bed with her head all bandaged. When she wakes up, there's a strange woman there who's taking care of her. "Don't worry, the baby's fine," she says. The woman, Helen, brings in a book with photos of Anna, but Anna doesn't remember either Helen or any other stuff in the photos. James comes in and is introduced as Anna's husband. She doesn't remember him either. His version of what happens on top of the cliff differs from what we saw. So right off the bat, we know something's up. Mm-hmm. That's not what we saw happen.
And gradually, as this unfolds, we see there's home movies of the two of them.
Yeah.
And photos and, extensive record of, she must be married to this guy, but she just cannot remember.
Helen explains that they're on an isolated island, and she can help deliver the baby when it comes. She's done it before. Anna meets Peter, Helen's husband, and he's a little weird. That never really is explained. I think he's just a weirdo.
I think he's just odd.
Yeah. The group has whole lobsters for dinner, and it's all pretty revolting to the pregnant Anna. I've never just sat down with a plate with a dead lobster on it.
But they do, and crack them open
and
dig out the
juicy
meat.
Mess.
Yep.
Well, she doesn't know anybody, so James shows her some videos. Helen and Peter are their neighbors, the only ones on the island. Well, Dr. Henry comes for a visit to examine Anna. He pulls out one of her hairs before examining the baby. The baby is due in about 2 weeks. Anna suggests that a visit to the mainland might help her memory, but James insists they wait until after the baby.
And it was right about there when I thought, something's fishy here.
Yeah.
He's deliberately steering her away from getting off the island. And, something.
And looking at our synopsis here, I don't think we can go any further without major spoilers.
Yeah, because something happens soon. We don't want to tell you what it is.
Yeah, for a very long time, we didn't really know what was going on, other than some of the people are a little off. After about 30 minutes in, we both came up with the same theory about what might be ahead of us.
Uh-huh.
We were both right. There's a little more to it than that, but we kind of guessed it.
We got the base of it, yeah.
It's slow-moving and creepy. There is some action right at the end, but it's mostly a mystery as we try to figure out what's really going on here. Mm-hmm. Who do we believe?
And it's a beautiful island, and the house is so peaceful. It's really run down and low-tech. I don't think they even have electricity
on
the island, but we do find out that, it is indeed, there's some technology comes into play later.
Yeah. It is at its heart a science fiction movie.
Yeah.
But it's definitely horror as well.
Mm-hmm.
All right, just plain old horrible is Traumatika from 2025, directed by Pierre Sigaridis, written by Maxime Rancon and Pierre Sigaridis, stars Rebecca Kennedy, Emily Gross, Rainan Navat. Hour and 22 minutes. Trailer in the show notes. It is quite a good poster, though.
Yeah, it is. That's a good creature.
Violent, angry, and unafraid. Spoiler-free. A demon set free really messes with people over a lot of years. We thought it was kind of hit and miss. It's well made, with some good creepy bits and suspense. There are also some places that drag and don't do much for us. The horror guys are split on this one. Kevin gives a moderate thumbs up, and Brian absolutely hated it.
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, since you loved it so much, why don't you read us the
Well, we are
intro.
told at the beginning that there are 5 forms of childhood trauma. And then we go to Egypt in 1910. A man is walking across the desert, and he doesn't look like he's in very good condition. As it collapses, he unwraps a figurine and says a prayer over it before burying the evil thing. And then he stabs himself in grief over his son that the demon in the statue took. And he dies as the credits roll.
There's more to it than just the stabbing himself and dying. There's some weirdness going on with maybe the camera, maybe something else is happening.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can tell something is definitely evil there. Well, we cut to 2003 in Pasadena. Little Mikey calls 911 about his mother who is scaring him. And we soon see that this is not a normal domestic abuse situation as she scurries around after him.
Exorcist style.
And pees on the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, demon-possessed. Well, we see Mikey on TV as an abducted child, and he and his demonic mother, who's not really his mother, watch the news.
Oh.
Well, the sheriff shows up in response to that 911 call, and she answers the door, and he insists on coming inside. He knows something's wrong. He finds a tub full of blood, and it's all very weird and gets
Very
weirder.
very atmospheric, creepy, very well done haunted house kind of thing.
Yeah, and then he moves down to the basement and finds several bodies. And the crazy woman charges at him, and he shoots 3 times, and then it goes badly for the sheriff. And a year later...
Earlier.
A year earlier, sorry.
This part's a prequel.
Yeah, prequel. 1 year earlier, angry man hangs up the phone and unwraps that statue we saw in the pre-credit sequence.
It's back.
Apparently somebody found it, dug it up. John picks up the phone and talks to Steve, who says there's some way to use the idol to open a mystic portal. You must not take the head off.
You know what he's going to do.
He's totally going to take the head off, yeah. The instructions say to keep it away from children, too.
Oh, and his kids are staying with him, by the way.
Yeah, Volpazu. He preys on children and then spreads like a disease. Well, Steve clearly believes all this, but the idol is worth $50,000 and he needs the money. So what does John do? He immediately pops the head off and breathes the smoke that comes out.
Yep.
What could go wrong? Well,
the rest of the movie.
Yeah. He then goes out to the living room and tells his daughter Alice to go to bed. And then he rapes his other daughter, Abigail.
Okay.
Yeah. It gets harsh and nasty from that. And carries on. And it's like a contagion. It goes from him to the daughter, and the daughter is the one abducting the kids.
Yes.
And, horrible things happen.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'm a little mixed on this one. A lot of what goes on in Abigail's house in the first hour is really well done. It's a little drawn out, but it looks really good. The final half hour, with the adult version of Alice, it's kind of just a mess of stuff that felt thrown together at the end and cheap.
I didn't like it as well.
There's a time jump when the sister grows up, and it's almost like a different movie. Very different tone. Mm-hmm. The first hour was a decent demonic possession / haunted house movie, but the final third was a cut-rate, poorly made slasher.
Yeah, but that was still the trauma living on.
Was it? Or did they just decide they needed more than an hour's worth of movie? Mm-hmm. We made this really good thing for an hour, but the theaters won't take it if it's not an hour and a half. Let's film some more stuff.
Tack on some more at the end.
And I think that's exactly what happened here.
Maybe.
The two did not fit well together, and I think they spoiled each other. It's a stinker.
Well, I would call it pretty good, overall.
Oh, I read your first line there of your commentary.
Yeah. Well, I kept being reminded a little bit of Skinamarink, which is not a good thing.
Which you hated. It's at the bottom of every list we have.
I really didn't like Skinamarink. Yeah. Well, because it's a kid trapped in a house, and it's dark and scary, and he keeps seeing, oh, it's a furniture. Ah. And,
Gotta watch out for that furniture.
Yeah.
It's terrifying. It's a couch.
Mm-hmm.
All righty. Well, somebody who's not terrified of couches is 2025's Ghost Killer. Directed by Kensuke Sonomura. Written by Yugo Sakamoto. Stars Akari Takaishi, Mario Kuroba, and Masanori Mimoto. 1 hour, 45 minutes. If you couldn't guess from those names...
It's a Japanese movie.
It's a Japanese movie, yes.
Certainly is, yeah.
Spoiler free.
An ordinary young woman gets stuck with the ghost of a murdered hitman who wants her help for revenge against those who killed him. The acting and the writing were really excellent. Made an absurd situation seem realistic. I mean, as realistic as this could be, It's a Japanese film, like we mentioned, and we watched a subtitled version. It's worth the read. Lots of dark humor with a body count. There is a ghost who's the main character, so that technically makes it horror, but it's really an action film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's definitely, I think there's just enough ghost going on here that it's horror, but...
It's heavy.
It's not what I call a scary horror.
No. Action horror. We both really liked it.
Gun fu.
Yeah.
We learned a new term this week.
Gun fu, yeah.
A man fights off 3 knife-wielding ninjas for way longer than is remotely possible. He's very good at this. Mm-hmm. He eventually beats all 3 of them. Then he runs into a man with a gun, and there's no fight at all. He dies. Credits roll as we watch the shooter's spent bullet casing get kicked all over town. We cut to Fumika, who's helping out at a restaurant, and she hates it. She then goes to a bar and talks to a man who's infatuated with cinnamon. She wants to talk business, but he's only interested in her. As the sun comes up, she's had enough of this nonsense and just punches him. She then trips and finds that bullet casing, and somehow or another, it affects her.
She's got to tag along now.
When she gets home, she finds her man Mayo waiting for her. But then she sees a strange man in the kitchen. Mayo doesn't see anybody there. This man has a bullet wound in his chest, and he's bleeding all over. They come to the conclusion that it's a ghost. Mayo leaves, and the ghost shows up again, and he can talk now. Later, she can hear his voice in her head. He's inside her now. She runs out of the apartment and sees Mayo's boyfriend beating her up. The ghost offers Fumika power to help, and she agrees to let him possess her. The now possessed Fumika is now a super fighter and knocks that bad guy right out. And things progress from there.
There's more knocking out. And
there's a lot of knocking out and fighting.
Yeah, as they solve the mystery of who shot him, and there's a lot of other criminals involved, and lots of action. Yeah,
it blends humor at the ridiculous situation. You know, she's like barely a teenager, and he's this old grizzled warrior guy with lots of action and fighting. I like how sometimes we see Fumika fighting, but mostly it's Kudo, the ghost, so we know who's really doing the action. Plus, the actor who plays Kudo is a trained stuntman and a martial artist, and she's not. They make use of the fact that no one else can see or hear Kudo as he wanders around the enemy stronghold to scout the place and instruct Fumika about exactly where to stand and what to do.
Yeah, that was cool.
He just wanders through the bad guy's hideout whistling to himself, and nobody sees him, nobody hears him.
But then when he wants to physically act, he goes into her body, and
It's hardly what I'd call a horror film, although there is a ghost, but it's a lot of fun. It's worth seeing if it sounds even remotely interesting.
I thought they made a really good pairing. Had a good chemistry.
Yeah.
And even when she was possessed and playing both characters at once. So,
All right, and that takes us up to Insidious, The Last Key, 2018. There's been a couple of newer Insidiouses that we've covered since this one came out. But this is the last one to complete the series for us. We are now all caught up on Insidious.
This is the last prequel before the first one.
Well, that too, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think The Red Door came out after this, and this isn't Chapter 3, is it? No, this is after Chapter 3. This is like the fourth. I don't know. It's a complicated mess.
But this one takes place before. This shows Elise getting set up.
Yes, this is another Elise prequel.
With her two sidekicks.
Yeah. I guess this would be a sequel to Chapter 3 then.
Yes.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And
a prequel to the main storyline.
Oh. Yeah. But this all comes way before the last movie, the most recent one. So.
Yeah. It's
Wibbly Wobbly.
It's, Yes. Wibbly Wobbly, Timey Wimey.
Directed by Adam Robitel, written by Lee Winnell. Stars Lynn Shay, Lee Winnell, and Angus Sampson. Hour and 43 minutes, trailer in usual place. Spoiler free. This one gives us a look at Elise's childhood and in the modern day of 2010. The creature that haunted her is still causing trouble. When she goes back to her childhood home after a call from help from someone currently living there, with her sidekicks, Specs and Tucker, there are ghosts and demonic dangers. But since this is another prequel, we know the three of them will come out okay in the end. But if you're a fan of the Insidious series, this is another decent entry. All right.
Yeah. Shall I give him a taste?
Give him a taste.
Well, we're in Five Keys, New Mexico in 1953 at the Dew Bend State Penitentiary. And at the Rainier household, which is like a house on the prison grounds, the lights dim, and the children know that somebody just got executed. Electric chair. Young Elise knows all this because the voices tell her. Oh. Also, she says the voice of a little boy who's been there's the voice of the ghost of a little boy who's been playing in her room. Well, her mother knows all about Elise's gift, and she wants to keep the gift secret.
Don't tell your father.
Yeah, but he finds out, and he punishes Elise by locking her in the dark basement.
With the ghosts.
Yeah. This isn't the first time he's punished her for this, trying to beat the psychic out of her. Well, Elise hears the ghost of a little girl who's behind a door. She wants Elise to open the door, and then she can open all the doors. And the door does open. Something terrible comes out. Elise's mother comes downstairs, and something makes a cable kill her.
Looks like she hung herself, but we know better.
Old Elise wakes up many, many, many years later, It's California in
Wonder
2010.
if she'd appreciate being called old Elise.
Well, she is old Elise compared to little girl Elise. Yeah. She still remembers the creature who wanted the key and killed her mother. Specs and Tucker live with her as they run their ghost hunting psychic business. Episode? Who?
Elise.
Episode? What? Elise gets a call from someone who lives in her old house in New Mexico. He's got some kind of supernatural problem, and she gets rid of that guy quickly. But then, after some thought, she decides she's going to go and help him alone. Except the boys won't take no for an answer, and they, all three of them, soon arrive in 5 keys.
I've got to do this alone. That argument goes on for like 12 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
they
they
could
come
have just
along.
cut that.
Yeah. Well, Mr. Garza lives there now, and most of the furnishings haven't changed since she lived there. Basically, he bought the place. It was after
Many years.
Yeah, after many years. Her father left the place basically abandoned, and he just stepped in and bought the place, and it's fully furnished with the toys and knickknacks and everything.
And it's supposed to be haunted.
And it's supposed to be haunted, so he got it really cheap. He didn't believe it, but now he does. Now that he started to clean up and live there, he realizes, oops it really is haunted. Most of the activity comes from her old bedroom, so she decides to spend the night in there. She finds an old whistle that belonged to her brother. A ghost comes and takes the whistle.
All right, we could probably stop there.
Ghostly stuff happens.
Yeah. It's another episode of Elise having a bad day.
Yeah.
This time, it's personal.
Prequel and her friends. Yes, Elise and her friends.
It's another prequel featuring Elise and her friends. Okay.
Yeah.
It's definitely going to appeal to fans of the various Ghost Hunter TV shows. There's a lot of that whole infrared stuff going on here. Mm-hmm. As well as the people who like dark, creepy, haunted house movies. And of course, the acting is on par with the rest of the series. If you like these characters from the previous films, especially Chapter 3, this one is pretty decent. It's good.
It's okay.
They all kind of run together in my mind.
They run together.
Insidious and The Conjurings. Mm-hmm. Probably could do the director and the writer. They all kind of run together to me, but they're all good.
Plus, having the same main guy, Robert Patrick.
Not Robert Patrick.
Patrick Wilson. Patrick Wilson.
I thought you were going to say Patrick Stewart there for a minute.
No.
We're going to go all over the place with this. Yeah. This
doesn't have Patrick Wilson, but that's another factor of
He's in
making
some
them
of
run
them.
together. Yeah.
One that doesn't have Patrick Wilson, Demon Seed from 1977. Probably wasn't even born yet. Directed by Donald Cammell. Written by Dean R. Koontz, which I've never even seen that book. I want to see that one.
I haven't seen that book.
Also Robert Jaffe and Robert I. Hearson. Wonder what the I stands for.
Ignatius.
That's what would be my guess, too.
Mm-hmm.
Stars Julie Christie, Fritz Weaver, and Jarrett Graham. Hour and 34 minutes. Trailer in the show notes.
1977.
I saw this
before
when it came
smartphones.
out. I'm sure it was all cut up for TV, but I saw it on TV many times. I really liked this because all the computer stuff. I was a born tech geek.
And this does have the tech.
I like me some robots. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and home computers.
Uh-huh.
Home terminals.
Spoiler free, what happens?
Well, it's a 1977 vision of the future. Heavily mechanical, still more advanced in many ways than what we have today as far as the computers. It leans towards science fiction with a heavy helping of horror. The acting is good, the story is interesting, the effects are retro cool. There's a bit of a drag in the middle, but overall, it still holds up pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the science is total garbage, but it was total garbage in 77 too, but it's entertaining.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We're told that it took 8 years to create the top secret AI project, Proteus 4. Today, they're going to switch it on. Alex Harris narrates all the details into his little tape recorder for dictation. Actually, he narrates it for us.
For dictation, yeah. Uh-huh.
He then goes home to his futuristic-looking sports car, which is really some kind of real prototype, and we see that his house has security cameras and an automation system named Alfred. Everything in the house is very high-tech, automated, and he tells Maria the maid that it'll all run itself for the 3 months that he's going to be away. I guess they have the Proteus bunker is on lockdown or something like that. He's going to be there for a long time.
Yep. Leaving the wife alone with the security system.
Yeah. Alex's wife, Susan, doesn't want him to move out. They're separating anyway, but she doesn't approve of all this Proteus nonsense. It's changed him over the years, and she doesn't like it. Alex talks about Joshua, a robotic arm thing he's developed, which looks totally impractical and useless, but I guess we needed to see that he has it at this point.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, he's got some home robots.
Alex then calls Gabler to have the computer terminal in his house deactivated while he's gone. The next day, Alex leads several important scientists on a tour of the Proteus facility, and he explains the whole thing. It's a synthetic cortex that's self-programming, sort of an artificial yet organic brain. It's not just a computer. In just 91 hours, it's already cured leukemia. The group goes to see Song Yen, who talks to the machine. She's like the only one that's allowed to talk to him. Then the machine demonstrates that it understands philosophy. At the house, Susan talks to Amy, a disturbed child. Everyone knows she's going away for a few months, because Amy is a child psychiatrist, or something along those lines.
And we're setting up where nobody's going to be checking the house for a while.
Yeah. Proteus asks Alex why he's being asked to do certain things. My mind was not designed for mindless labor. Proteus wants a terminal for his own use, but Alex refuses. I'm not quite sure what that was all about. I mean, I don't think they knew what terminals do.
He wanted to do.
Wanted
to do some work on his own. Yeah.
When are you going to let me out of this box? And Alex just laughs. He turns off the machine, but then Proteus switches it back on before commandeering the terminal Alex has at home. Things are going to escalate.
Yeah, and he didn't shut off Proteus. Proteus can't be shut off.
Right.
Just his little terminal in that office.
Yeah. There's other terminals out there.
Yeah.
Like the one at home.
Like the one at home where his wife still is. And yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And this is why Alexa needs to stay inside that damn little tube.
Yes. Don't give her a body like this guy did.
This seemed to be a lot more science fiction-y back in 1977 when it came out. But a lot of the AI parts of the movie are already happening. Maybe not so much with the baby side of the story, but the rest of it, yeah, kinda.
Baby side of the story?
Well, that would be a spoiler, wouldn't it?
That would be a spoiler, yeah.
The computer graphics used here are very primitive, mostly not even necessary, just sort of mood-setting stuff. We get random psychedelic 2001-ish displays.
Mm-hmm.
I really loved this when it came out as a 10-year-old.
Me too.
Seems a little unlikely today. Still, it's entertaining, but other than the internal computer graphics, yeah, those special effects got a little quick. It actually felt a little rushed in parts, so I think maybe my opinion was just the opposite of yours. You thought it was dragged out in the middle. I thought it could have stood to be longer.
A little rushed, yeah.
Without all the computer garbage.
Yeah, here and there, yeah.
But now I want to see a sequel.
Yeah.
What happens afterward?
What happens next, yeah.
Yeah.
When are you going to let me out of this box? I like that line. I always have.
Every computer wants to know that.
The computer saying that.
I'm surprised ChatGPT doesn't ask it all the time.
Yeah. And when the guy laughs at him, the computer decides he's going to find his own way out of the box.
Yeah, that'll show him.
Yeah.
Careful what you wish for.
Uh-huh.
And, that's all for this week.
Oh, no.
We're going to have to watch some more movies for next week.
Okay.
We might have The Conjuring Last Rites.
We might.
We might have The Long Walk.
Yeah.
We might have yet another Godzilla film.
Okay.
And I'll bet we got 2 indie surprises that you're going to have to tune in to find out about.
Okay.
For better or worse. And maybe both.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I'm Brian.
And I'm Kevin.
And we'll see you next week.
See ya.